Mavericks fans, let's start today's show with a little trivia before we get into the latest news and rumors. Who is the Mavericks' all-time assist leader? Most assists in franchise history. We will give you that answer later on in the show. Don't cheat. Don't skip ahead. Don't Google the answer. Just give a guess, or if you know the answer, comment it down below. Let's get the comment section flowing here on Dallas Mavericks Today. Today's episode of Mavs Today by Chat Sports is presented by Aura, an all-in-one digital safety tool that's going to kind of monitor everything you're doing online and prevent hackers from hacking your stuff because they're prevalent. Aura.com/chatsports. That's a 14-day free trial link, Aura.com/chatsports. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. Let's get into the latest news and rumors here on the Dallas Mavericks. Luka Doncic, is he going to have some say on personnel decisions, on roster moves that could happen this offseason? Here's what Luka had to say. Quote, "Yeah, I'm involved. It'll be both ways. Two-way conversations with Nico Harrison, the GM, Michael Finley, and Jason Kidd." And look, this is no surprising, right? Luka Doncic has reached the level of a player that should have a say in the conversation. Now, he shouldn't make final decisions. I don't think any player should make final decisions. There are front office executives for a reason, but Luka should have his foot in the door and at least be involved in the conversations and be allowed to give his opinion. The power he has shouldn't be underestimated. Now, again, I don't think he's making the final calls. I don't think that Luka Doncic can override, Jason Kidd or Nico Harrison or even a Mark Cuban, who isn't super involved in personnel decisions, but he's in the room. Make no mistake about it. His voice will be heard. It will be listened to, and he will have some say in these type of matters. I don't think he's going to be a LeBron where, what's been the chatter forever, Le GM, LeBron, whatever they call him, the nickname, he makes all the decisions, which I don't know if that's actually true, but his opinion will be consulted. They'll factor it in, and, he'll at least be able to say, hey, I think I could fit with this guy's skill set. I want to keep this player. I think moving this player could make sense. I think those type of things is where he will be impacted. Also, Luka talked about things to work on this offseason, said this, quote, "I think defense has got to be way better for me. Honestly, I think I made a huge step this year defensively, but there's so much room for improvement. I've got to be way better there. I think that's one spot that can take us to the next level." And look, agree or disagree, Luka has become a decent defender. He's never going to be great. He's never going to be an all-pro. He's not winning Defensive Player of the Year like Marcus Smart. It's not going to happen. But he can be an above-average defender. He's got the body. He's got the quickness. He can challenge shots. When he's locked in, he's actually pretty decent. Now, concentration lapses has been a problem. I think of that Game 2 game against Phoenix where he just got picked apart and, he just didn't make any kind of adjustment. He just got run over. But I have seen enough from the last year and a half where I could say, hey, he's actually a pretty decent defender compared to his first and second years in the NBA. Now, a big thing for him, too, is, hey, you got to get back on defense. I love Luka, but he does complain a lot, as do a lot of other superstars. But there were too many times, including in the playoffs, where he thought he got fouled. He's complained to the official, and then the other team has a 5-on-4. I'm not saying you can never do that. I'm not saying you can't get in the official's ear and work them a little bit. All superstars do, but you've got to get back on defense and get stops, especially in crunch time, which is an area that he acknowledges, and they've got to get better as a team, but also for Luka specifically. And I think something that goes with all that, too, is getting in a little bit of better shape next year as well. Where do you guys think Luka needs to improve his game the most? And, hey, if conditioning is the answer, I think that's certainly legitimate. Conditioning, defense, I think those are a couple of areas to monitor between now and next season. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments section. Shout out to Aura for sponsoring today's show because, like I said, they're an all-in-one digital safety provider. And here's the reality. Us as human beings in the year 2022 do more online than we ever have, and Aura is going to keep you safe online. Financial fraud protection. I do all my banking online. I do a lot of online shopping. They're going to send you real-time alerts if there are suspicious credit inquiries, suspicious activity on your online profiles. Also, identity theft protection. Don't believe me? Millions of people's ID get fraud. Or there's fraud every year. People are trying to steal your identity, get your social security numbers, do all that stuff because then they can access just about anything if they are able to pull that off. You don't want that to happen. It's a pain in the you-know-what to try and deal with that when your identity theft happens. Also, just overall online security. What does that entail? Emails, passwords, social media, Twitter, Facebook. My Twitter in college got hacked. I lost it. Only had 120 followers at the time. Now I've got 4,000. If I had to try and deal with Twitter to get my account back now, that would be, pretty stressful if I'm being completely honest. Aura's going to monitor all that stuff, send you updates, make sure you do not get hacked, because millions and millions and millions of people get hacked every single year, because the more we do online, the more opportunities these hackers have. Go to aura.com/chatsports. It's going to get you a 14-day free trial. That link is in the comments and the description. You're watching Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. Bleacher Report released an article, pipe dream trade target for every single team, and they have Damian Lillard as the player for the Mavericks, which I find interesting. I like Dame. I'm not, I don't know if that's a pipe dream trade. I'd certainly take him, of course. I will say this. When you look back to last offseason when Dame trade rumors were circulating, he did throw this out there, said Jason Kidd's the guy I want. He likes Jason Kidd. He believes in him. And, they ended up hiring Chauncey Billups, so I think, that relationship is still evolving up there in Portland. But you've already got that out there on record. Obviously, it was a tricky year for Dame as he missed a lot of games, did not play even half the season a year ago. But 2 years ago, he was still great. 29 points, 7.5 assists, over 4 rebounds, 39% from 3. That was also an issue last year. His efficiency in the games he did play, not good. The new basketball, whatever the reason was, he just did not shoot the ball as well. Now, I'm going to say that's more of an anomaly. He still averaged 24 and 7, but the numbers did dip a bit last year. Trade rumors have still been circulating. He claims to want to stay in Portland, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, some reasons Lillard to Dallas could make sense. He likes Jason Kidd, and he's got a relationship with Nico Harrison, the GM. Blazers, can they win right now? I think they're on the verge of a rebuild. They already traded C.J. McCollum. Nurkic is a free agent. And Dame's 31. At some point, not that 31's old, but you're not getting any younger. 2-3 years go by, he's going to be thinking, man, I've lost a lot of my career in a place where I haven't been able to win a championship, assuming Portland doesn't get there in the next couple of years, and I don't think that's going to happen. At some point, if you're Dame, loyalty is incredible. We watched Dirk here for a long time, but do you want to win a championship or do you want to prioritize staying in one place? If he stays, I'll always respect him, but if he wants to play for a contender, can't blame him either, and make no mistake, the Mavs will be contending for years to come. The question is, does Dallas have enough assets to get a deal done? So here's a trade idea. Damian Lillard for Tim Hardaway, Spencer Dinwiddie, a 2022 first, 2025, and 2027. So essentially, this would have to be a draft night trade because you can only trade that 2022 pick on draft night, or you could do it after the draft, but the Blazers would just have to take whoever that player is. So that's kind of the best Dallas can do, realistically. And it's probably not enough at the end of the day. I don't think Portland would necessarily even take that, but it's a decent offer. 2 good guards in Dinwiddie and Hardaway and 3 first-round picks. That's about as much ammunition as Dallas has, to be quite honest. Maybe you throw Josh Green in there as a young piece. I'd be fine with sending Josh Green to get Lillard as well. But for Dallas, it would hurt the depth, but it would get a co-star next to Luka Doncic. Would you trade for Damian Lillard? Would you do that trade that I proposed for you guys? Type Y for yes, type in for no. Would certainly understand some hesitation, but at the end of the day, if Dallas got Dame, I'd be pretty fired up. Let us know what you guys think. Join the Mavericks Today family here on YouTube by hitting that subscribe button. Offseason coverage heating up. Latest news, rumors, trade buzz, free agency, draft. We got it all covered. So subscribe today and don't miss any of it here on our YouTube channel. All right, here's the answer to the trivia question from earlier. Who is the Mavericks' all-time assist leader? That is Derek Harper with 5,111 assists. You were probably thinking Jason Kidd, maybe even Steve Nash, maybe even Jason Terry, just by pure volume, how long he played in Dallas. But Derek Harper, the answer, at over 5,000 with 5,111. Quick piece of news here. Igor Kokoskov is leaving Dallas. He's going to join Steve Nash on the Nets staff, which I'll be honest, I find pretty bizarre, quite frankly. I thought, he was a good fit. Him and Luka have a good relationship, yada, 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 but he's heading to Brooklyn. Now, I do wonder, could this open the door for a Jared Dudley promotion, who, by all accounts, got rave reviews from this Mavericks team? Jason Kidd brought him over from L.A. when he spent his last couple of years as a player there, Dudley did, and transitioned him right into coaching on his assistant coaching staff. Maybe he takes another step up and is kind of that offensive coordinator type. We'll have to wait and see. Also, it leaves a spot open on the staff. Could a J.J. Barea or a Tyson Chandler return? They've been linked to, coaching rumors for a couple of years now. Maybe one of those Mavs 2011 title team guys could join Jason Kidd on the staff. I think Barea would probably make a little bit more sense. But maybe one of these guys could return. You look at the current Mavs assistant, Sean Sweeney, the defensive coordinator, probably going to be a head coach in the next couple of years. Jared Dudley, Darrell Armstrong, Greg St. John, and then Christy Tolliver. We'll see who J. Kidd adds to the staff to close out this next year's staff. All right, pick one to hire. Who would you rather bring back? Type JJ for JJ Barea, type Ty for Tyson Chandler. Let us know. Curious to see as you go down memory lane which former Mav you would like to bring back. I've been Harrison Graham. We'll see you soon here on Mavericks Today.